Well, hi there, Jeff Coughlin, editor Scale Modelling Now. So welcome to this inbox browse where we're going to look at this superb new release from Zoukei-Mura. It's the F-4C Phantom 2 Wild Weasel 4 release in 48 scale. And if you've built any of their Phantoms already, I've built two and I thoroughly enjoyed them. I thought they were absolutely superb, really well engineered. Terrific instructions, nice options, plenty of stores, clever engineering, as I say, and really high quality sprues. Let's just get straight into this one and see what we've got. Well, you've obviously got some common, if I just pull out a bit, some common F4 sprues that would be applicable for most of their releases. And again, it's this beautifully smooth, crisp plastic with those very fine recessed panel lines, which I absolutely love. Separate little tail cones, things like that. You've got all the cockpit detail you could possibly want, really. I mean, just look at the finesse here, even with these ring pulls here. A couple of really nice ejection seats coming across here. Perfectly adequate exhausts, which you can see here. It's actually really well detailed. I love those. Decent and separate wheel hubs, very fine raised detail for the cockpit parts. The two new sprues specifically here for the F-4C, while Weasel are included over here, which of course have got a slightly different cockpit layout and other small mods appropriate to the type. Just while we're coming past the clear parts, well worth a look at these. No seam lines at all, or mold seam lines in the clear parts. Options for closed or open canopies. For me, it's always going to be open, I'm afraid, on a Phantom in this scale. Remember, I did do the F4J UK from the Academy kit with the closed canopy, but it's up to you, obviously. But I just think with all that detail in the cockpit, you really do want to see that. Coming across here, you've got separate leading edge slats, which you can post drooped if you wish. Other nice touches like the crew access ladder over here. Couple of superb engines should you want to display those separately from the model. So that's your choice, of course, to do that. And of course you do get these separate pair of cans over here, which is useful. So that's always an option. So we'll have a look at that when we get to the build. Three options included, for again, just pull out here. 1, 2, or 3. You've got Supercock Swiss. What's that, Samlar, which is over here, which is the 388th Tactical Fighter Wings, 67th Tactical Fighter Squadron, Thailand 72, classic, that sort of Southeast Asia scheme, which is nice, but decent little bits of artwork here, particularly on the nose here and on the other side as well. Just while we're on this first option, just to give you an idea, I mean, just check out, I mean, you've got all the stencils you could possibly want. Now, I know that goes with the territory with Phantoms, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, but of course you don't have to apply them all. I would in this scale. I think it makes a world of difference, if I'm honest. And personally, I've always loved their decals. They go down really well, but I'll say more about those in just a second. Here's option 2, which again, you can see from the same similar period. In fact, it's the same aircraft, isn't it? Yeah, just with slightly different. No, it's not. Similar but different, as they say. Again, different options here for the stores, as you can see here, which are good. All the stencils you could want on those, and again, a slightly different machine. This time, Spangdahlem. In Germany in 75, which is always going to be popular, I think, for lots of modelers. Other little nice touches, set of canopy masks, which is really good. And let's have a look at this decal sheet. If I bring you across, what I'm absolutely loving seeing this is, I mean, not only is the quality exceptional, but it's been produced by House of Phantoms. And I've acquired from the manufacturer a fabulous set of F4F Luftwaffe Phantom decals, and the quality, it's easily as good as Cartograph, if not better, it has to be said. Absolutely stunning quality, and so that's really exciting to see those on the sheet over here. So all in all, absolutely superb, has to be said. A little comment here about this instruction booklet. You get a really good detailed instruction booklet. It's very clear all the way through whether you are building option 1, 2 or 3 based on the decal and painting guide. So do make a decision about that obviously before you start, because the instructions will make it clear as you go through exactly what is applicable to which. Paint guide on the left here. Okay, they've got Vallejo colours and so on, but of course you can choose to use whatever paints you wish. And it does all look at first glance, think, blimey, this is complicated. Well, I suppose it is, but all I would say is each part of the assembly is broken down carefully. It's very, very clear what you have to do. Just take a few minutes at each stage to read and understand exactly what's coming up in the next part of the build, and then away you go. It really is that straightforward, but you do need to pay attention as you go, and already you're starting to get, here are different options here again, depending on which sensors you got here for option 1, 2 or 3, and so on it goes. So it's just that really. Once you get your head around that, then that's a lot more straightforward. And then, as I said here, you've got the option here to build the engine separately if you want, or perhaps not do that, but to fit them and then see how you go later on. Up to you. Careful cutting here required, a little bit of cutting here of the fuselage section here, which you can see, or mate or center fuselage under wing section. Just little things like this, but it does make it really, really clear exactly what little bit needs to be removed so you can get the new insert for the F-4C version in there. And so on it goes right the way through to completion at the end. So I have to say, I absolutely love this release. What can I say? Definitely going to be building it, so keep an eye on it going forward. And all I can do is heartily recommend it. These Zoukei-Mura F4 Phantoms really are superb. Don't just take my word for it. Just get hold of one, buy it, build it, and you'll see for yourself. That's the F-4C Phantom 2 Wild Weasel 4 from Zoukei-Mura in the Super Wings series in 48 scale.